Welcome, champions. I'm Bill Fitzpatrick. Welcome as we start this wonderful educational adventure together with the goal of helping you become all that you can be. And if you're the right person, who you are and what you already have can take you a long, long way. A long way to having a great life. Our first action principle is set goals. If you don't know where you're going, well, any road can take you there. See, too many average people, they live lives of quiet desperation. This means that, if you're somebody without any goals, you're probably living the same boring day over and over again. Goals give us hope, and goals give us something to work toward. The great physicist Albert Einstein said, if you want to live a happy life, you should tie it to a goal. If you think about it, the most successful athletes, the most accomplished people in business, they aren't walking around in some kind of a fog. No, they have a plan. They know where they're going. They have goals. Measurable, achievable goals. Decide what you want from your life. Then you can decide, what's urgent and what's important. Then if you're somebody who says, yes, I believe in self-reliance, I'm willing to use self-discipline to reach my goals. The great American businessman W. Clement Stone said, what the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. In a study at Harvard University, 13% of students in the survey, they had clearly defined goals. Of that number, 3% had written goals, which they wrote down, they read every day. Now, the vast majority, 84%, they had no goals and only kind of a vague idea of what they would do upon graduation. Fast forward 10 years. That 13% who had goals, they were making twice as much money as those in the group without any goals. And that very small elite group, that 3% with written goals that they read every morning, that 3% was making 10 times as much money as those who didn't have any goals. What do you want? Figure that out. What do you want to do? Write down those goals and then, like that small elite group who was making all that money, read them every morning along with your action principle. You see, goals are the starting point to achievement. If you're not controlling your own life, then you're really leaving your life up to the whims of fate. Or you're just allowing other people to push you around to their desires for you. The easiest thing to be in the world is who you want to be. Know who you want to be. I'm going to be that person. The hardest thing in the world to be is to be someone that someone else wants you to be. Think for yourself. You're writing your goals for your life. As well-meaning as they may be, this is not about your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your husband, your friend, and what they want for you. We're talking about what you want for you. What do you want for you? Write it down. Read it every day. When you have these goals, you are beginning to take control over your life. Goals are the choices that you are making for your own life. You see, you become the sculptor, building yourself into what I call an action principles champion. This is a tough, thoughtful, spiritual person of action. As you watch these videos, if you like my teaching, my action principles philosophy, then I say to you, welcome, let's work together. I'm going to be proud to be your teacher on your exciting adventure. Come to my website, billfitzpatrick.com, and you're going to find books and columns and courses and lots of video. You're going to be able to read all of the action principles and How Americans Get Rich, which is the business complement to the action principles. It's all there for you on billfitzpatrick.com. Now, understand right from the beginning, this teaching is not about my making money. As you get to know me, I have already been a successful business person. I pretty much have what I need. My main interest in my retirement now is to help those who want to live full lives of purpose, passion, prosperity, and peace, who want those things and then are willing to work for them. I certainly hope, wherever you are in the world, I hope that this person is you. If now or at some point in the future you can make a donation to the American Success Institute, well, of course I'm asking you to be generous so that we can work together. Together we work to help as many people as possible. Not everyone in the world has internet access, so we need to actually print books to send to these people. That's how your donations will help our work. So this is what you'll see all of this is about. It's people helping people. And together, we can help a lot of people. If you choose to be one of my students by watching these videos and by subscribing to the action principles, I'm going to call you one of my action principles champions. Now, right now, I want to give you a goal. This will be our first goal. Now, when you first hear this, kind of sounds over the top. It sounds grand. It sounds almost unrealistic. And I'm telling you, honestly, if you're an average person, you're absolutely right. What I teach is never going to happen for average people. For average people, all I can say, well, you're making your choices. Go out and do what you want to do with your life, and goodbye and good luck. But if you watch these videos about the action principles, you know, principle by principle, lesson by lesson, a confidence within you is going to build. You're going to start to think, wow, not only is this realistic, but it starts to become attainable in your own mind. Eventually, you're going to say, yeah, I'm an action principles champion. I can do this. Now, here is the goal. The goal that I'm going to set for us is for you to be rich and retired in 20 years or less. Again, to be rich and retired in 20 years or less. Really doesn't matter where you're starting, because we're all going to end up at the same point if you're following this advice. So stop and think. Imagine this. I want you to imagine 20 years from now, you may have put yourself in a position that you never have to work again. With the burden of working off your back, well, then what are you going to do? Well, then you can go fishing, you can write songs, you can walk on the beach with your grandchildren, save the planet, volunteer, do a lot of good work. Really, anything that you want to do. Why? You will be rich.
Thank you for listening. For more information on Bill's work, the Action Principles, and the American Success Institute, please visit billfitzpatrick.com.